boy Big Mike from Big Mike, Big Ant, Quick Shots and More, aka We the Boys in the League. I'm in 4th place. Quit hating on me. 4th place, 3rd place in points. Stop playing with your boy.
Quick Shot Sports and More.
Quick Shot Podcast, Sports and More. Let's get it.
What's good people? Big Ant here with the Quick Shots Podcast, and this is week 5 of the Dunbar Fantasy Football League. Let's get right into it. I'm going to give you this week's rundown, week 5, winners and the losers. We're going to show y'all the biggest blowout of the week. And then Big Mike got the interview with the winner and the loser of the last week's big game between Ill State Running and Slanging Dak. Let's go. I took an ugly loss to Ashton 316, 153 to 222. Got my second L this week. Yeah, taking the L was bad, but you know what's worse? I play Ill State Running this week. And here are the scores around the rest of the league. As you can see in our big matchup of the week, Slanging Dak versus Ill State Running. Ill State Running takes home the victory with a 292 to 270 victory. That leaves Ill State Running still undefeated in the league. And Slanging Dak just picked up his first L. Next up, we got the Reckoning and the Ghost Squad, with the Reckoning picking up its second victory this year in the league over the Ghost Squad, 251 to 188. Then we got Fat Boy Gaming, who bounced back and got his second victory of the year with a 240 to 156 win over DNA Drive. Then we got We Them Boys, Big Mike's team, who got the victory over the Chosen One. And last but not least, We Them Boys, Big Mike's team, brought home the victory this week too with a 262 to 240 victory over the Chosen Ones. And last but not least and the winner is versus Mean Machine, which Mean Machine picks up its second victory of the year, 192 to 188. So there you have it, guys. And the winner is, bro, it's week 5. You still don't got a win on the board, bro. We're going to have to change your name to the loser is. Yeah, 0-5 is crazy work, bro. This week's blowout of the week came from none other than Fat Boy Gaming, who not only got back on the win board, he won big with an 84-point win over DNA Drive, 240 to 156. So there y'all have it. Week 5's winners, the losers, and our biggest blowout of the week. Now we gonna kick it to Big Mike and his interview with Ill State Running and Slanging Dak.
Got questions for Slanging Dak. I got questions for, which will be obviously different than the winner, Ill State. I got questions for. Nevertheless, you guys still doing good. Keep grinding, man. We appreciate y'all for coming back on the show. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead with the questions. Ill State, so man, first of all, I want to say congratulations for being the number 1 seed, Swinging Dak. And now you are number 1 in the league. Do you feel like you had to make any additional adjustments for this game in particular, knowing that Swinging Dak puts up a lot of points? Or did you feel good about, where you was at with your lineup?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Congratulations on everybody who got a W this week, man. It's getting tough out here, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so going into the beginning of the week, if you notice, I was kind of nervous because I didn't have one of my point getters, Lamar Jackson. He was out. Brock Purdy, which was my backup quarterback, he was out. So got kind of nervous. So I say, what quarterback could actually get me through this week right here? You know what I'm saying? That I strongly trust. And I went to the free agency pool. It was a couple guys that was still left. I look up and I see Justin Fields. And I look at Justin Fields' matchup. I say, you know what? Justin Fields, the Jets is gonna lose this week, but Justin Fields, he performed in garbage time. That's where he get all his numbers from. So coming into that day, if you notice, in our chat, I say, man, Justin Fields, I'm leaning on him in particular to get me through this week right here, because like everything else is set. You know, it's just this quarterback problem that I have right now. So I'm not gonna even lie. So I would say once our day started and we got damn near halfway in, I dipped my points, my projected points dipped down. Dak's point projection started trending up. So we ended up going from, I think it was 47-52 to where he was up 84% to win that game, and I was down to 14% to win that game. But man, I look up and I see Waddle, you know what I'm saying? Waddle, 40 points. And it's so crazy because I got Waddle out of the free agency pool. Somebody just dropped him and I picked him up because I knew the value in him, you know what I'm saying? So I picked him up for the week, ended up giving me 40 points. Ibuka, you know what I'm saying, went off. The dude gave me 53 points. But the biggest thing for me this week was taking that chance on Justin Fields, having faith in Justin Fields, that I knew that he was going to be the one that was able to get me through this week right here. And he did. He delivered. He got 92 points. And it was crazy.
Do you feel like you could have broke 300? Because I do see a receiver with 30 points that was on the bench, Devontae Smith. I feel like if you would have had him in in replace of Emeka or Zay, I mean, not Emeka, but Zay, instead of him, you would have broke 300 for the first time. We would have one person breaking 300 points, which is wild. So, do you think that you could have broke 300?
Looking at the points that I left on the bench, that was a game time decision. I got up that morning and I said, you know what? Zay Flowers, he's the best receiver that Baltimore got right now. So I'm just going to keep him in because I would have been really mad to take him out. And despite of Lamar Jackson not being in the lineup, and he actually performed, you know. So that was a game time decision. You know, I should have stuck with my mind because I had Devontae Smith starting for the whole week, you know. But I knew that wasn't going to be the reason for me to get over the win hump this week, you know what I'm saying? So that was like I can afford to do it. I can't, but I can afford to do it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I got other point getters on my squad. But for the future, Lamar Jackson, if he's not in the starting lineup, I'm not starting nobody from the Ravens, because Lamar Jackson just showed me this week that he's the offense for the Ravens, and if it's nothing happening, so yeah, I don't think that's gonna ever happen again. And you know, I don't leave points on the board. You know what I'm saying? So It was a good matchup, man. It was a good matchup. It was a good matchup. And I think what's kind of saved me too was the fact that Bucky Irvin didn't play, man. You know, I dodged the bullet with Bucky Irvin. He was out, you know, so that was like a thank God, you know. But yeah, man, I told you, like I'm finna win this. I'm finna win everything. I'm finna win everything. There's nothing else even to say. I'm finna win it all, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody standing in my way no more. Slank and Dak, we was like the only ones. Like Slank and Dak was the only one that was in my review. I don't play that dude no more for the rest of the year, man. So next time I'll probably see him is in the playoffs. You get what I'm saying? But I do want to say this too before I leave. You know what I'm saying? All the teams that got 4 losses, the teams that got 5 losses, and damn near the teams that got 3 losses. It's only 13 games in the season. You get what I'm saying? So what's this? This is week 6 coming up. So you figure we got 7 more games to win. You know what I'm saying? So if you trying to press for the playoffs right now, 3 lost teams, 4 lost teams, and 5 lost teams, y'all cannot afford to lose no more games right now. You get what I'm saying? Because every game is critical right now. I mean, that's at least try to finish at 500 or close to 500 or a little bit over 500. You get what I'm saying? So the window is narrowing down. We got 7 more games left. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a comfortable position right now. All I have to do is win 3 or 4 out of the next 7 games, and I'm already secured a spot in the playoffs. But y'all already know, Ill State is running.
Swinging that. I'm not sure how much more you could have done. I mean, you got good numbers down across the board, except for that kicker. Do you feel it's any more that you could have done to beat Ill State? Whether it was a trade that didn't fall in time, you didn't drop somebody in time and pick up somebody, or what? Let us know. Let the people know. We want to know.
Nothing I could have done could have altered this result of week, whatever it is, 5. I mean, I could have picked up a different kicker. Maybe I could drop the running back, picked up another. But I'm all for sticking with your players you drafted. And he just beat me. He had the better team. He picked up the better quarterback that was in free agency, which was Fields. Couldn't believe he put them numbers, but he did. And all I can say is I cannot wait to meet Ill State running in the playoffs, because that will be the true decider of who is the best.
You had 3 guys on the bye. Do you think that having 3 guys on the bye hurt you this week? I don't know what they average. I know it's 1 kicker and a receiver and a tight end. So with that being said, do you think your bye week hurt you this week going up against the number 1 seed, Ill State?
I do not believe the bye week affected my loss. I truly believe I just lost. No matter who was in, the kicker, Tucker Kraft, anybody. No, I just lost. If you check my bench and my players, I had the best score possible for this week. Ill State just kicked my ass. That's it. he won. He's number one of this whole season so far.
Swinging that. Did you have to make any adjustments before the game started? Like, did you have to make a necessary trade or add or drop somebody before you played Ill State? And if that is so, is that because you played Ill State, or you just felt like you needed more power, more points on the board to beat Ill State?
So I did drop a receiver just to beat Ill State running. I hate to admit it, I thought the kicker would be a safe bet. Turns out, nope. Total crapshoot. So mad about everything that happened about Sunday. My Cardinals lost. The kicker went to crap, got hurt. Got me like 2 points, which, I don't know, made the loss feel a little bit easier. That hurts. It just hurts all over. I did drop him to think I would get an advantage over Ill State. Turns out, no, he beat me.
Comment, like, and share, and subscribe. And join us next week for week 6 of the Dunbar Fantasy Football League. Quick Shots Podcast with Big N and Big Mike. We out.